Hello and welcome to class today. This week we are talking about the chakras. Our first yoga class, we did asanas or poses to all the different seven main chakras of our body. Today, our second yoga class of the week, we're going to concentrate on one chakra, and that is Anahata, the heart chakra. So I was picturing a ball, an energy ball that's spinning and balanced right near our heart, and maybe the color green. It's usually the representation of the heart chakra is the green color. And it has to deal with relationships, relationships with other people and relationships with yourself. So when this is balanced and spinning all correctly, it is harmonious, harmonious with you, harmonious with others. And it's also, we feel love flowing freely when our heart chakra is balanced. When it's blocked, there's some things that may happen or you may experience. It may be from a negative relationship. It may be from an unhealthy relationship in some way. You may feel lonely. There may be a lack of trust, social anxiety, maybe even holding a grudge. So I started to dig a little deeper on this heart chakra for you. And what I came up with, and this is also in this module, is 100 positive affirmations for self-love. And so these affirmations are great things to start saying to yourself to keep this chakra open and energized. And we're supposed to love ourselves. That's if you can't love yourself, there's how could you possibly love anyone else? So I thought we'd start with ourselves. Some affirmations that would be from the 100 positive affirmations is I am love. I am deserving of love. I am kind to myself. I am whole. So when we talk about I am whole, in yoga, we believe one of the part of our philosophy is that we're born whole. And I spoke about this before in one of the classes. We're born whole. Everything that we need in life, we have when we're born. And it's our job to find it and to kind of shed off everything else that doesn't serve us. Another affirmation would be I am in control of my happiness. So you can start to choose from one of these that may speak to you. I am a work of art, of course, and I can overcome challenges with grace and ease. There's so many here, and so I just wanted to talk to you and just say a couple that might speak to you. I honor my own life path. That's so beautiful. I let love in. I am capable of loving fully and completely. So I'll let you ponder on these. You're welcome to pause this video and go to the Word document that has all of these if you wanted to print them out. Keep them somewhere close. That would be good too. So we're going to get started on the mat. I'll meet you back there. So now I'm on my mat in my clutter-free space, and we're going to sit down. We're starting class in Sukhasana, right? So sitting up nice and tall. I have my block near me. If you need one of those, that might be a good thing to go get. And we're going to start with our Ujjayi breath, the most common yoga breath, the victorious breath, ocean breath, Darth Vader breath. And we're going to do a mudra. And the mudra, we're taking our two fingers, so our index finger and middle finger, and then all the other fingers come together with your thumb. Palms go to the sky, and we're here. This is our prana mudra. So prana is the energy that moves through our body and moves through those chakras. So here we are. And if you want to close your eyes, you can. You don't have to. We're just going to start to settle on the mat. With some Ujjayi breath, prana mudra. And just start to ground ourselves here. Maybe start to feel our bodies relax. Let's take 3 more breaths here. And from here, I'm going to release my mudra and put my hands down to my mat. And I'm just going to reach forward. You can take the block with you if you need it. And I'm just reaching forward, stretching out my lower back. Being very gentle with my body. Maybe having one of those self-affirmations in your head. Taking your hands behind you, and now we're just opening up, looking to the sky, having your heart open up. So a lot of emotion releasing poses today, and so that would entail opening the chest part of our body. And we're just going to flow this, taking our hands behind our back, and then just lifting up. I'm just going to do this 2 more times. We're just reaching forward. And then taking our hands behind us. I'm going to do 1 more like this. Just with a nice soft flow. You go at your own pace. And then just gently look into the sky. And then looking straight ahead. We're just going to take our arms to the side, just giving everything a nice lateral stretch for the day. And again. Last one like this. And then from here, we're just going to take our legs straight out in front of us in staff pose, sitting up very tall, and we're just rounding over. So here's our forward fold. Maybe we're at our feet. If we're not, there's a strap. There's all kinds of things that you can do here. But if you're here, we're just rounding over. I'm going to take 2 more breaths here. And then from here, gently releasing, taking our hands behind our back. My fingers are facing my body, pressing into the mat and lifting to an upward plank. And then sitting down, back into that staff pose and reaching forward, and we're just going to flow this. So reaching forward, hands to the mat, and then lifting up. And we're just going to do this a few more times. Good job. Let's do 1 more. Last one. And then from here, sitting up, swinging those legs around, and just going into child's pose. I'll move my block for you. All right. So staying here in child's pose, maybe thinking more about those affirmations. Maybe I am love, or I am capable of love. returning to that Ujjayi breath. Two more breaths here. And then from here, we're just gently curling those toes under and lifting to downward dog. And in our down dog, we're just resting here, making sure those hips reach to the sky and our heels reach for the mat. Two more deep Ujjayi breaths here. And then from here, bending those knees, releasing the toes, keeping that femur, this long bone, knee to hip high, reaching to puppy pose. Maybe your head reaches to the mat. And then from here, at the bottom of your breath, coming up to a tabletop pose. All right, so here in tabletop, let's do a couple cats and cows. So we're rounding that back over with an exhale. And then inhale. There we go. All right, let's go again, rounding over. And again. And one last time. And then from here, nice stable tabletop, curling those toes under, lifting to downward dog, taking one step in, the other step in, grabbing those elbows. Grabbing those elbows into ragdoll. So you see I have a bend in my knees. You can nod yes and no. One more breath here. Releasing those arms, rolling up, feeling that tailbone reaching down to the mat. Shoulders come up to the ears, rolling back down. And now we move into camel pose. So we take our hands to the sky, making fists. So this is a modified camel. Elbows go, not elbows, sorry, fists go to our lower back, pressing into our lower back and lifting tall. Let's do two more breaths here. And then just releasing down. Very good. We're standing to the top of our mat and moving into a sun salutation. We're doing two as we usually do when we do our sun salutations. You do it however you need to do for you. If sun salutations is not in your practice for today, you can always just go to downward dog or child's pose. I'm going to do one more. And then from here, just bringing our hands to Anjali Mudra, just taking a few deep breaths, feeling that heartbeat, thankful for it. We're going to the top of our mat, pressing our right foot in, lifting our left leg, and just going back to warrior one. So here's our warrior one. Take your hands to reverse prayer. So stay there, I'll turn around and show you. So we're here. All right, so here's our reverse prayer. If this does not serve you, don't do it. And then from here in our warrior one, we'll just straighten that front leg, move into pyramid. From here, I like to release my arms down and really stretch in that pyramid. Shifting that weight forward, elongating your back, abdominals in, return to that reverse prayer, and maybe even a slight arch up to the sky. And then release down, windmilling both arms, and we're just going right into our downward dog. You can stay there, or you can take a vinyasa. And I'm just stepping it in today. And from here, we're just rolling up. And again, having those shoulders reach up to our ears and back down. So as we do that, our heart goes forward. We have a strong back, because we all need strong backs in life. Soft heart. So taking those arms to the sky, I am just going to go to the other side of my mat to show you the other side. Here's our Anjali Mudra, taking a deep breath. Pressing our left foot into the ground, lifting our right leg up, and then stepping it back to warrior one. Hips are square, back heel is down at a 45-degree angle. I'm taking my hands to reverse prayer, opening up. From here, gently straighten that leg, reaching to pyramid, releasing those hands. And then from here, shifting that weight forward, elongating your back, abdominals in, returning. Yeah, so that warrior one. Good work. Maybe a slight arch up. Releasing those hands, reaching up and circle sweeping to downward dog. So you're here. We're just stepping to down dog today, so we're here. Stay there. Go to child's pose. Take a vinyasa. And then step it in. And from here, rolling up. And again, reaching up to the sky, back down. So from here, bringing those arms up, we're moving into a crescent lunge. So I'm pressing my left foot in to the mat. I'm lifting my right leg. and we're here. And I'm putting my hand down so I can get exactly where I want to be, right? So we're here. So in this crescent lunge, my back of my thigh is reaching to the sky. If not, you can take your foot down. So I'm going to show you that. So if you're good where you are, stay there. If not, you would be here, shoelaces to the mat if you had shoes on, which you should not, right? So you would be here, right? So let me return. All right. So from here, keeping your thumb at heart center, we're taking a twist. So my right elbow is going to twist, and I'm going to look. You can either look straight ahead, or you can try to look up to the sky. And then from here, back to center, hands go down. Now the front leg, we're going to make that one go up to down dog. Yes. And then from here, take a vinyasa. All right, so we're stepping it in. And again, our motif of the class. Rolling up and back down. All right, so now we're going to go with the other leg. So we're pressing our right foot into the mat, lifting our left leg up. We're stepping it back to a crescent lunge. So I like to go wiggle, wiggle, right? I have a sticky mat, which I'm supposed to have, right? Okay, so you can go on your knee as shown before, or you can be here. Taking my left elbow, it's crossing over. There you go. Good job. Coming back to center, going down to the mat, down dog. And again, stepping it in. Rolling up, shoulders to ears, Anjali Mudra. So from here, we're moving into dancer pose. So I'm going to go profile. I'm pressing my right foot into the ground, and I'm lifting my left leg and moving into dancer. And then when you're ready, coming down. I always like to roll up my shoulders. I don't know why. All right, let's go to the left side. So pressing that left foot into the ground and lifting into dancer on this side. And then coming down. Oh, very good. All right, we're going to the top of our mat, taking a great big inhale. Exhale. Taking our hands down to the mat and just stepping it back to down dog. All right, and in our down dog, taking a deep breath. And down. Let's go to our knees, releasing our toes and going down to the mat. So from here, our elbows go underneath us, moving into Sphinx pose. Toenails are on the mat, belly button is in. Our drishti is about 2 feet out past our mat. And here's Sphinx. And then gently releasing down, moving into locust pose. Again, belly button is in very strong. Legs lift and arms lift, making sure we're not kinking that neck. Long neck. So now, if this is good, you can clasp your hands together and lift more. So you can be here. And then when you're ready, releasing it all down. Let's go into bow pose. So bending those knees, flexing our feet, grabbing our ankles, and gently pushing our legs away from our body. If you want to do one arm at a time, you can go here and then switch. And if not, you're here and lifting. And then gently releasing our hands, just setting our hands in our forehead and just swishing back and forth. And then from here, just gently taking those legs down. And I'm just doing a great big cobra. Very good. Coming down. We're going on top of our knees. All right. So we're moving into we're moving into camel. So I like to curl my toes under. It takes less pressure off my knees. Another option is rolling this up, giving yourself a little bit of cushion. Okay. So camel here, fifth. And we already did modified camel, so if that is better for you, just stand up. So we can be here. So this is another modified camel, but on our knees. So you can do the standing or here. Another option is taking our hands to our heels. There we go. Good job. Releasing those toes. Excellent job. Swing those legs around. And we're just going to move into a half boat. So just half boat today. Heart. And then reaching forward. All right, again, moving those shoulders up and back down. We're moving into bridge pose. So we're walking our body down the mat a little bit, laying down, hands go by our heels. So we're here. Press that lower back into the mat, lifting your seat to the sky. Don't look around. Okay. And let's just come down from here. Right? So that's one option. Option number one. Option number two is to clasp those hands underneath your bridge and press those pinkies into the mat, so it lifts you higher. So you can do option number one or go to option number two. Press that lower back into the mat. Lift your seat to the sky. Clasp your hands underneath, pinkies to the mat. Lift. You can walk your shoulders underneath you too. And then from there, releasing our shoulders and putting our back on the mat. Just a few wind washers. So the next pose that's heart opening is called wheel. And if you do not want to do wheel, you do not have to. You're welcome to watch. I always just do a quick one, but if you want to try it, you can. So what you're going to do is take your hands behind your back, press your feet into the mat, and lift up. And there's your wheel. And your knees can go into your chest. Can you rock side to side? If you want to do wheel again, go ahead. Give it a try. Just be very careful. And then be right here with a lot of stillness. Inhale and exhale. So from here, one more heart opening pose. Our legs go out. Our hands go into a triangle. So our index finger and our thumbs touch. They go under our seat. Press our elbows into the mat and lift to the sky. Fish pose. If your neck is too uncomfortable, please come out of it. And then from here, releasing your hands and just moving right into Shavasana. Taking deep breaths. Maybe finding that affirmation that spoke to you, saying that again. Sometimes when you close your eyes, you can see the color green, if you've done that chakra a lot, or so they say. Turning to that Ujjayi breath. Concentrating on that inhale and exhale. Start to take some deeper belly breaths. Gently just wiggle those fingers and toes. From here, you're welcome to roll to one side or the other, just to start an easy transition. And then from here, gently pressing on the floor and coming back up to Sukhasana or Lotus. Here in Sukhasana, moving into a mudra. So it's Ganesha. Left hand is forward, right hand is here, and you're curling. You see your hands here. All right. So we relax on the inhale. And then exhale, we're going to pull our hands apart. And again, it's very good for a distressed heart. So we're going to inhale, exhale, pull them apart. I've even seen it where you pull it so hard you let go. So that's up to you on which one you want to do. I've done both and they both have helped me. So let's try it together that way. Let's do it where we let go. So we take an inhale. We're going to exhale. It's a great way of letting go. Very good for that heart chakra. And again, inhale. Good, we're going to do one more. Just taking our hands down to our thighs. Taking a few breaths here. And then just gently bringing our hands back to that Anjali Mudra, thumb at our heart. Notice how you feel after this class, maybe even just throughout the day. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste.